Hi everyone. Thank you very much for visiting my channel. This is my first video in English version of how to file I-134A form for the Ukrainians based on the United for Ukraine program. Um, I plan to create more English version videos for my channel because originally the channel was created for the Ukrainians, and most of the videos are in Ukrainian. Um, as my American friends and some Ukrainian friends asked me to create a video in English how to file I-134A form. So I'm doing it right now, and let's start. So the first step, how to file I-134A form, is to find the right website. The right website you see from your left is uscis.gov/Ukraine. The next step is sign in or create an account. Create an account we will use if you don't have any account with uscis.gov. If you already have an account, you have to use sign in. After you create a USCIS account and before filing I-134A form, you must have separate emails for each person you apply. These emails must be real and legit. And very important, beneficiaries will receive their travel authorizations to these emails. If email is wrong, it will cause a problem with receiving TA. You as CIS don't send TAs to the sponsor's email or other emails that are not included in the I-134A application. So make sure that beneficiary's email is working email, is real email. Before you put this email into I-134 form, make sure that like you send email to their email and they have to send you back. So that's how you check if it is working email. Okay, when you create a new account, please save all the security questions and answers as well as recovery codes. Most of the time, if you are not able to log into your account, your SAS account, you would be able to recover your account if you know answers for your security questions and if you know your recovery code. Make sure you save all that and share like with your family members who can use the same account help you in filing this form. Sign in, that's how it looks. Has two steps verification. So make sure you have working email as well, not only beneficiary, but you as a sponsor has working email or phone number because the security code can come to your email or the phone. It depends what you choose when you create an account. Like my advice is use email, or if you plan to keep the phone number for a long time, for years, you can use your phone number. Me personally, I'm using email. Okay, next. That's how it looks, the window, when you already sign in into your account. I cover my name for the security reason, where you see that blue circle and it says name. Next, your step is to click to my account. I circle that with an orange color. You see, like on the bottom of my page, your draft. When you create your account, you wouldn't have that. I have that because I already worked on I-131 application for travel documents. But you wouldn't have if you have like new account. There is no draft on your account. So after you click to my account on the top from your right, you will see a list. Here is the list of the options that you may choose. You have to choose file a form online. Okay. When you start to file your form online, it's not necessarily for you to finish the same day the form. You have 30 days. You see that? Okay. On the window, under the select the form you want to file online, you will have a huge list of the forms. You have to choose I-134A, online request to be a sponsor and declaration of financial support. After you choose your form, you will have instructions how to file that. Like you might read that. It has some useful information. As earlier I mentioned that this form I-134A can be filed not only by Ukraine, but other countries as well as Colombia, Cuba, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, Honduras, Nicaragua, Ukraine, Venezuela. These countries has the same reason, like humanitarian reason, parole reason, to file this form. So after you read instructions and choose I-134A form, you press Start Form. I circle that in orange. So after you start form, you will see the next. Okay, here is the window with the instructions, and fees for this form is zero. There is no payment for the form. It's absolutely free form for the Ukraine and other countries. No. Okay. I strongly advise you before you start form, please scan and upload all needed documents for the form. It will speed up the process for you. What you need before the filing form. First is bank statement. It tells you like go to the bank and take uh, like document that prove that you have enough money in the bank. I don't advise to go and do that because most of the bank's workers they don't know what is that and what is the reason for that. So like um, you will just waste your time. What you have to do is print your last bank statement and upload to the evidence part of I-134A form. USCIS wants to see your balance as of now. Next one. Um, it would be good to have a job letter, how long you work, if you work for like someone, right? So like the job letter has to have the information that you have full-time job. You start your work from like let's say January 7th, 2025, uh, 2020, and your salary is like 70K per year. Name You have to include name of the company. If you have your own company, please upload evidence that you are the owner of this company. Next document that you have to upload is your income taxes for the last year. You don't have to upload all like 14 pages, just first or 2 pages where it says your income. Then your passport as evidence of your citizenship, or if you have certificate of naturalization, and if you have like property evidence, if you own like the house or apartment, would be great to upload these documents as well. So after you read all the instruction documents you may need, you press start. You press next, sorry. Okay, next your page will look like that. This is your first page of the I-134A form. The questions are pretty easy. It's on whose behalf are you filing this form? You filing this form for the beneficiary. There is a parallel process. You will see the instruction on the top that if you file it for Ukrainians, you have to use parallel process. Ukraine is the country that you have to choose and press next. Just want to mention the left side of the page. This is the list of all the questions that you have to finish up. Next page. Next page will look like that. Is someone assisting you with completing this declaration? If you're doing by yourself, I definitely no. If yes, you would have to add information who helping you to do that. So press bottom next. So next your page will look like that. What is your current legal name? It's a simple questions about your name, if you change your name, and provide the name of the organization, group, or individual that is providing support to the beneficiary with you. So, like if, let's say, church, right? That's kind of organization. If they agree to be a supporter, you can mention them here, but you have to know all the information about this organization. In our case, it's none. So you press the bottom next. The next page will look like that. It will ask also simple questions. Phone number, address, email. I cover, you see, with a blue circle for the security reasons. Email will be generated automatically after you created your account, and email is generated by the system automatically in this form, and I circle with an orange important information that this form has to be followed by the person who is physically in the United States. I know what most of the people asked, can someone email if like American citizen, but he lives in Africa or in Canada or somewhere? I don't think it would be possible. There are like clear instructions. So we're going next. Next question is your mailing address the same as the physical? So if this is the same, you choose yes. If not, you choose no, but you have to mention those addresses. Okay, next one is what is your date of birth? All the information about you, who is filing for that, what is your country of birth, and all the simple stuff. You press the bottom. Next, you will have these three questions, not three, but more, like 5 questions. What is your current immigration status? U.S. citizen, U.S. national, local permanent, non-immigrant, others. So you choose what match to you. What is your A number? Over here, A number will be generated automatically as email address. If you, whenever you created your account, so the system like gives the A number to you. I just deleted that for the security reasons. What is your social security number? You put your social security number and what is your online account number? This number also automatically created by the system. What is your relationship to the beneficiary? You will have a long list like brother, sister, uncle, aunt, mother, father, sister. So like friends. If you agree to support people that you don't know, you may choose not specified. Also, if you don't see the A number, like for some reason it didn't generate, you can find this A number in your passport, US passport, or certificate of naturalization. Next one. So next questions are what is your employment status? It's better to be employed, of course, because an immigration officer has to see that you can support other people based on your income. If you choose unemployed or not employed, it wouldn't give you a good chance to support people. Next question is what is your type of employment? I'm currently employed as, or I'm currently self-employed. Self-employed, it is when you have your own company or you work for 1099 form, I guess. Okay, over here is example employed as analyst, name of the employer, like pharma company. What is your current employer's address? Please put the address and press the bottom next. Just want to go back to unemployment status. If you are unemployed or not employed, it gives you about a zero chances to be approved as the sponsor. Same with retired, unless if you have a good pension and investments, and you can upload the proof to this application. Next questions will look like that. It is okay. This part is about your dependents, children, parents. If you okay, whoever is in your income taxes as a dependent, you have to put it here. Okay, what is the total number of dependents? Um, how many kids you have? Like two, three, and if your parents in your income tax are as a dependent, you also have to include them here. And where you see add entry, you have to add each name and date of birth. You will see what it asks. Explain it like as a proof. Show to the officer who is dependent. So names and date of birth. And what is the total income? Here you have to put income that you have in your income taxes. Press the button next. Okay, next we have two questions, like tricky one. People who has Medicaid, SNAP, subsidized apartment, cash assistance are not eligible to be sponsored because you don't have enough um, income to support other people as you already asking help from the state. They ask, does any of the income listed come from illegal activity or source such as proceeds from illegal gambling or illegal drugs? Then the first question. And the second, benefits from Section 8 program. It's a public benefits program. So if you have that, unfortunately, this application would be rejected. So press bottom next. Okay, next three questions. Here is like I just put an idea what you can write for the immigration officer as an explanation how you would help to those people. Like no one will check if you help or not, but you have to explain when they come to this country what is your help, how it look. It doesn't have to be long. You see like 500 symbols. You don't have to write all 500, at least few questions, a few sentences. The system will let you go through. Okay, next, it's you can skip this part. You don't have to add any of your assets if you have a good income. This question is about your assets. If the income is low, so add assets will help to be approved as a sponsor. Like low income, I would say if you have dependents, like two dependents, and your income is 35K, it's a low income. So you have it's better to add assets like that you own or owning apartment or a house to show the officer, immigration officer, that you have place where the beneficiaries will live for a while before they would have all the papers, documents, start working in the United States. So next question, have you previously submitted a form I-134 or a form I-134A on behalf of the person other than the beneficiary listed in this form? Okay, when the program was created, the first form was I-134. Later on, they add letter A and they add like some sections for the form. Like they made the form more detailed. So if you filed already a form, you have to say yes. But if you're filing, let's say, few people the same day, for all those few people that you file on the same day, it has to be no for each person. Why? Because next page would ask, please give us names and a number for the people you filed the form. To have this a number for the people, you have to be approved as a sponsor. For now, you are not approved, so you don't have this a number for the people. I think it's kind of clear. So next, over here, that's what I told before. Uh, Here you have to input all the people you filed before. You have to have name, a number, and date of submission. If you don't have that, so don't put any information. But if you already filed and you've been approved as a sponsor and people already get travel authorization, you have to put this form. If you don't put that, the officer might consider that as a lie, that you didn't give enough information, and the form might be rejected. Next, this part is about beneficiary. So you have to have names, last names, date of birth, passport details of your beneficiary. Please, most of the Ukrainians, they have, like, I would say, after father name. Those after father name is only in the Ukrainian passport, but not in the international passport. Please don't include any middle name because after father name is not a middle name. And if you put the middle name as after father name and this name is not in the passport, officer CBP might consider as this person as two different people, and it might cause a rejection of entry. So next, has the beneficiary used any other name since the birth? Most of the women in Ukraine they change their last name uh, marriage. So make sure that you ask that if they changed, and you have to mention that. Press the bottom next. Okay. Next, how may we contact the beneficiary? Phone number and address for the beneficiary. It's not important in this case. No mails will be sent and no phone calls will be made. But it has, but you have to put this information. Otherwise, the system wouldn't let you go through. The most important part in this section is emails. I emphasized that before. Please make sure emails are working emails. It is very important. So is the beneficiary mailing address the same as a physical address? It's up to the situation. But press the bottom next. Okay. Okay, here is date of birth. Um, Again, I'm emphasizing on date of birth. Here, the format in Ukraine of the date of birth is different than in America. In Ukraine, first goes day and then month. Make sure that you have the correct format of the date of birth, like American variant. It has to be month, day, and year. I know a few cases that people been rejected to enter United States because of the date of birth. What is the beneficiary city or town of birth? Uh, that's you have to ask them. Next one, you choose country of birth, Ukraine. If the country of birth is different, later on you have to add explanation. You will have this form has a section where you put explanation. Okay, this is the part where the sponsor has to explain why the officer has to give permission to enter United States. And over here you have to write 1,500 symbols text. So here is I put example of the text. You have basically to write the story for the beneficiary, why the beneficiary needs to enter United States. Basically, the story is like that. I'm writing this letter for the family I would like to sponsor and support due to the United for Ukraine program. I think my income is enough for sponsoring three people. I would like to sponsor Alana Ivanov and her two kids, Kirill and Nicole. I know this family through Alana's husband, Alexei. Alexei was my classmate. Back to the school time, we were friends. Basically, that's a like story, like where they live, what they experiencing, why they need to be in a more safe place. Uh, it's a simple story, nothing difficult here. Okay, next. But here you have to use all 1,500 symbols. Otherwise, the system wouldn't let you go through. Okay, next. What is the beneficiary's sex, male, female? What is the beneficiary's marital status? What is the beneficiary's country of citizenship and nationality? It has to be Ukraine. If not Ukraine, you put different country. And at the end section of explanation, you have to explain why. What country issued the beneficiary most recent passport? Well, in it has to be Ukraine, but if not Ukraine, you have to explain later on. Why I mentioned that because some families, Ukrainian families, let's say husband is Ukrainian, born in Ukraine, has Ukrainian passport, and his wife, let's say, is from Belarus or Armenia or like Georgia. But based on the rules of this program, Ukrainian citizen can bring the whole family, even if they have different nationalities and passports, to the United States under United of for Ukraine program. You just have to explain. Next page and question is about the beneficiaries passport number. So like you have to input twice. Um, you have to have the passport information of the beneficiary to complete this form. Next question is the date when the passport was issued. Next question is about a number. When you file first time for the person who never been in the United States, so this person doesn't have a number. So Ukrainians who never visited USA wouldn't have a number. So you mark as I don't have. What is the beneficiary's anticipated period of stay in the United States? It is a 2 years program. So put 2 years from the expected date of arrival. Let's say like that. Today is June 3rd, right? You expecting that people will come July 10th. So count 2 years from July 10th. It will be July 10th, 2026. This is like approximate date. This page is about income for the beneficiary. Here you can put income for the beneficiary if he or she has remote job and plan to work in the U.S. remotely. So you can put income. If you know that people don't work, so just put 0. Also, you have to put a total number of dependents. Let's say family has 3 kids, so you put 3 kids, and add entry. You have to put names of the kids and date of birth as a dependent. Okay, those 2 questions is better to have answers. No, it's just they asking if the beneficiary has income from like illegal activity, like gambling or drug sale. And the second question, if the beneficiary has public benefits. So if the beneficiary never been in America, so that means that they even don't know what is that. So it's better to have here answers no. Press the button next. Okay. Here is the questions about total amount of the money that beneficiary might have coming to the United States. Let's say, like I put for my family a certain amount of money, let's say like 10K, because they really had money to come with, and you may even include assets, beneficiaries' assets here, but make sure that the documents are translated. The system the system doesn't recognize other alphabet than Latin alphabet. If this is Cyrillic alphabet, as Ukraine has, so the system wouldn't accept the documents. Make sure it is translated. Like you might skip this question, but if your income is not high, if you add that beneficiary has like some money, some assets that they can sell later on, within like 12 months, you will read the questions. It would help to get a positive approval for this application. So press bottom next. Okay, over here, it's an evidence part. So you have to upload the documents that I ask you to have already scanned. before filing this application. So this part is upload bank statement. That's what I told you before. Um, just print uh, the page that says your balance, your bank balance, and it would be enough for the officer to be sure that you have enough money to support the beneficiaries. It's not necessarily to go to the bank. If you have like physical mail that come to your house, you can scan that and upload here. Okay, next one. You see, I circled with orange like evidence. So all this part now we are on employer statement uh, has to be uploaded letter from the employer. That's what I told. It's like easy letter. It has to have name of the company, that you're full time, that you work from like certain date, and your salary is like that. Um, I wouldn't stop on all the evidence parts as like this is the easy one. So next one is like income tax. You have to upload your income tax. Uh, After income tax goes bonds. You might not have this, so you can skip this part. But if you press only once, I'm going to the next window just to show you the message that you can get. Okay. If you have this message in section bond, which you would like to skip, right? If you press only once on a next button, it would give you this message. You should provide evidence. If you don't provide evidence, your declaration processing may be delayed. So you have to click twice on the next button, and then the system lets you go through. So no worry about this message. Okay, next, additional information. That's what I mentioned to you before. One, if in case the family members doesn't have Ukrainian citizenship, wasn't born in Ukraine, doesn't have Ukrainian passport. Over here, you can explain that the main, let's say, mother or father is Ukrainian, and based on this program, this Ukrainian family member can bring their family members to the United States under United for Ukraine program. So they are eligible to come here. Next. Okay, this is the last part of the application. Check for the mistakes and correct if needed. You see, it says your fee equals zero. That's what I told you before. This application doesn't cost any money. And if you go down to the page, if everything is correct, you will have green color and check mark. If something wrong, you will have red, and you can correct that. Well, you have to correct that, otherwise you wouldn't be able to submit. Okay, this is last slide. So what happened after you submitted I-134A form? You can check the application for the updates going to your account, USCIS account, and in the section documents, you as a sponsor has to receive recipient notice and later confirmation notice. You were approved as a sponsor. After that, beneficiary will receive letter to create USCIS account and apply for travel authorization letter. So travel authorization letters don't come to the sponsor's USCIS account or to sponsor's emails. It will come to the beneficiary's uh, USCIS account and email. Also, you as a sponsor have to create I-130, not create, complete I-134A form for each family member, even for their kids, 6 months or like like small kids. But when you're creating for each family member separately, you have to include in the form all the family members, like mother, father, sisters, whoever is in the family. But basically, if you agree to sponsor a family of four, so it has to be four forms, I-134A forms. But each form had to include all family members. That's very important. Otherwise, only if you file only one form, only one family member will receive the access code, like the letter with the access code, to create his USAS account. And you need to receive four letters if the family is has four members. So that's very important thing. Basically, this is it. Thank you very much that you visited my channel, that you listened to this video. Please like this video and share. Let the people know how to file this form. Thank you very much again and have a great day.